EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry for Raquel Armstead. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Armstead. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A run here with Armstead. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
13.
Play action, Garoppolo. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards there, a first down.
11.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Like 20.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
21.
6. Mike, 56 right there.
21.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case,
Here we go.
in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I'll take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Here we go. White. 180.
On first down, it's Armstrong. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
12. 11.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
Keep on coming. Keep coming.
Here we go.
Second and goal from the 1.
56. Coming to you. 25.
Two.
On second down, Eckler. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Beginning the drive here with Armstead. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Check.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Check. Right there. 54, right there. 54.
Here's Bridgewater. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
First down, Bengals.
55.
Going with Armstead, a first down carry. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Hey, watch out. Check line 54. Line 54. Got to do better.
From the 45 on second down, Bridgewater complete. It's Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8. operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, they go with Armstead. And he's got some space here. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Set, ready. Cincy outlaw.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers 7, Bengals nothing.
Tighten up. Pull it together. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
First down, Bridgewater. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
12, fellas, here we go.
Boot, watch the boot. No.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Here we go. 180. 12.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line.
13.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Throwing out first is Garoppolo. That's caught, and again it's Goodwin. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
White.
On first down, Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Garoppolo on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch Mike. Yeah.
21. 21. Here we go.
Garoppolo again. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Garoppolo now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal. at the 3-yard
Here we go,
line.
here we go, here
They'll
we go.
come out in the pistol. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set. Go to base. Back it. Scream. Watch it.
This is Armstead on the carry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, again, they go with Armstead. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers, and his crew will take on with the football at the 35-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 23 yards the pickup there. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. That's complete, I think, a right side. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 39.
That's it, baby. We go. Here we go.
Garoppolo closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go, here we go.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Here we go, here
So
we go.
they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
I got 15. Me. Single.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
50 Mike, 50 seconds. Check curls. Check three.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Once more, here's Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Running on first down, Eckler. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Wait. Go. Buzz.
On play action. Now Garoppolo. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's got his man. It's Williams.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
Coming this way. Here we go.
They'll stay with the run and Armstead. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards.
Let's go.
First down, Bengals.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Check hot route.
21, 21.
They'll run on first down. Armstrong. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Armstrong. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 180.
Check 56. 3 bud, 3 bud.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Armstead. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Go. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. 54. Watch 54. You remember me? You remember us?
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sean Davis with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
All day, every day, any day. Deuce.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Washington's got it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Here we go.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
21. Here we go.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marquise Goodwin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 30.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Now Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 39-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 2.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Garoppolo now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This is taken at the 10.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down.
Here we go.
They did that, plus 3.
Hey, alert! 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 21.
Garoppolo looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Now the ball comes loose.
Here we go. 180! 11.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
Shake 3. 218. Chop.
check 3.
11.
On first down, it's Armstrong. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
21.
He's checking.
They'll keep it on the ground. Armstrong. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Pittsburgh, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.